All right. So a couple of years down the road, you've left the Valve.
Oh shit.
You stopped this podcast,
Oh no.
and you've moved to downtown Austin, Texas, to the penthouse of the Four Seasons Hotel.
Wait a minute. I live in a hotel downtown.
No, the top floor is a condo.
Okay.
Yeah, it was almost $14 million, but you got them down to 12.
Oh man. Okay.
You,
Okay. I think I'm starting to. All right.
yeah, you paid cash.
12 million in cash?
Yeah, you also offered crypto, but they were like, we'll just take the cash.
Holy shit. Wait. Okay. How did
So
this happen?
you started a really popular podcast. You know how Joe Rogan got like 150 million or something from
Oh,
Spotify?
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got twice that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, just a Spotify exclusive deal. You can't get it on Apple or any of those other stupid ones that people are always recommending to you.
So I
Um,
I outdid Joe Rogan, you're saying.
you had to yeah the founder of Mothership Dupo.
The
Um,
founder of
the
Comedy Mothership
founder.
Dupo. Well, suck it,
It's called
Rogan.
it's called the Golden Age of Porn.
Oh, oh no.
And so
Oh, that's
it's called it's called GoApp for short. All the GoApp heads and stuff, you know. And on it, you have all these really like insanely popular porn stars from back in the day, but also coming to today. So, you know, like Jenna Jameson, TT Boy.
oh God.
And you're a great interview and moderator. And it's so popular that you actually get to host the AVN Awards. And
Man, this is funny because I can't think of a podcast that I would rather do less. This I don't like this at all. Doing a like a porn
a porn
podcast.
podcast.
Just
Well,
weird to sit around like discussing it. Like I'm not like a prude, but I feel like that would be so weird.
well, you talk a lot about pressing issues of sex work on the podcast, and you've been really brushing up on a lot of feminist theory, because one of your friends died and left you all his books, and so you've got Luce Irigaray,
Oh,
Simone de Beauvoir.
okay.
You you talk about Audre Lorde's uses of the erotic and how it creates a dialectic, which is a word that you remember from I Learned Nothing podcast.
Oh
Um,
God. So I'm one of those
between
guys. I'm a guy who does like I use feminist uh vocabulary to just be a pervert.
yeah,
I'm one of those guys. Okay. Fuck yeah.
yeah, you're one of
Okay.
those guys now.
That
Uh,
sucks.
you al- you
That's
also you also start doing cameos in porn. You're always like a guy wearing a tuxedo and holding flowers while his beautiful bride is just getting
oh God
railed
damn it.
out behind the other side of a door. And there's like a really famous shot that becomes a really popular GIF. Uh, and so it's you like with the flowers and the tuxedo, and then you turn around and you look directly into the camera and you just look like so broken. And so
Oh.
it's a really popular GIF for shit going really badly.
Oh God. I mean that kind of rules, but the rest of this weirds me out so much. So I'm like I'm an extra. I'm like an actor. I don't actually engage in
Oh yeah,
the coitus.
you're not, you know, you're not a sicko.
Yeah, well I feel like that's
No,
almost
kidding.
I feel like that's almost more I guess embarrassing just to be like a dude who is in porn. He doesn't ever have sex. He's just one of the actors. I think that'd be an even weirder thing to tell someone. Like, what do you do for a living? Oh, part of my income is. I
for my
appear in
income.
pornography.
Yeah, but not how you think.
Just yeah, just so you know. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's weird. So I oh man. So I have this whole new, this is like an entirely new life.
This is a whole new life.
Oh
And
no,
with all
man.
of that, you kind of given up comedy because now you're just reading so much critical theory and feminist theory that you just don't really have time for that creative outlet anymore. And now you've gotten really into clubbing.
What?
Yep, you're
Oh
really into
shit.
it. You
Oh no.
you get your chest waxed.
Oh God.
You wear feather boas, eyeliner, satin shirt.
Oh God. Do people recognize? Oh, let me ask you this. When I go out, especially in these eye-catching outfits, do people ever recognize me as like, "Oh, you're the guy from that GIF or
You
anything?"
get recognized all the time. People want to take their picture with you all the time. It's just so popular, the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
It's
All
like
right.
changed the discourse on sex in America.
Really?
Yeah, for the
In
better.
a okay, I was about to say in a
Yeah.
good way. Okay, well that's good. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
that's a good legacy to have.
Yeah. Like it's basically destroyed all the incels. Like now, like
Really?
everybody, yeah, it's really you were just the one to do it to reach people somehow. Yeah. And it's just a
Okay.
great mix of humor and popular culture and then the guest, like you're such a good interviewer, you relate to them and yeah, it's really it's just
Okay,
it's a special moment for the
a
country.
sp- a special moment for the country.
The
Um,
historical moment. Yeah.
that is really okay, now I have no idea how to feel about this because at first I was really weirded out, but now I feel like I'm doing I mean, it's a bummer to not do stand up anymore, but it sounds like I'm doing more important work.
Yeah. No, I would say so.
That's so,
Yeah.
but I do it in like the weirdest way possible.
Yeah, there's actually like um in swag classes, they actually talk about the podcast. So,
On what?
swag classes, sexuality, women, and gender studies.
Oh, that's swag.
Yeah, yeah, that's like not the shit we all get stuff. Yeah,
No,
no,
of
yeah,
course. Um,
yeah,
okay, that's really okay, but like, is anybody okay? I just have to say this. Whenever people, I know this is like probably small-minded of me, but whenever like dudes are like that, I always just be like, I'm always just suspicious.
yeah.
Like, are there people who are like, this guy is clearly a fraud and is just using this to have sex?
You have your daughters.
Oh no. What are they
You
called?
have your daughters. Um,
If I have
well,
the whatever heads he said earlier, do the haters
well,
identify as any kind of collective group or
there. So there's Pat's tricks. They're called.
oh
Um,
shit.
and yeah, they're not fans, I guess. There's a whole subreddit,
That's tricks.
Pat's tricks.
Oh no. That's awful. Okay, that sucks. They don't like me. They think I'm phony.
They think you're phony. Yeah, but they're a small like group of the former incels after you shattered that that kind of strange social movement.
Okay, but let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Are they right?
No,
Or am I okay? So I actually do believe in what I'm saying. I'm not just
you actually do.
the worst
Yeah.
dude. Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. I guess this is starting to okay.
Yeah, and
All right.
I'm sorry to tell you this part, but in your newfound fame, somehow you're still single. And somehow you can never quite seal the deal. And you talk about this openly on the podcast, and the porn stars always give you this like terrible, like really good looking people advice, just like
Oh yeah.
just be yourself, like stuff like that.
No.
And
So hold on. So I'm synonymous with bringing like with affecting the public discourse on just sexuality in general, but I'm still single. I still can't.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
weird.
somehow, yeah, it's strange. Yeah, and your old coworker Moises from the tavern.
Yeah, Moises. Yeah.
Yeah, he's now your personal chef and driver.
Oh
And
shit.
he says, pelón. We call that estás en verano, which means like being in summer or like you're in summer. And also
Moises.
veranao. Yeah. And
What
he
does
just
that mean?
laughs. It just veranao, it just means like you're in summer.
And he
You know,
laughs at me.
you're all dried out.
Moises.
Yeah.
That's so strange. So Moises is my personal chef and driver. That's
And
kind of
driver.
bizarre. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, this I keep going back and forth on all this. This is so infuriating. It feels like I've destroyed the whole incel thing, but it's
Yeah.
almost like I've taken it
Except
all on myself.
for Pat's tricks. They're, always rooting for your downfall.
Well, look, the thing about Pat's tricks is that if I was a phony and what they were saying was true, it would bother me. But I guess if I'm not, I wouldn't really care
No,
about it.
no, you're not a phony.
Pat's
Yeah.
tricks. I would think about it though. It would be kind of funny
Oh,
to me.
who wouldn't have doubts, being part of something like that or
Well, yeah.
creating something like that? Yeah.
If I've inspired a group of people not only to come together and like just talk about how shitty I am, but like to like unite, like brand themselves as Pat's
Yeah.
tricks. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a level of dedication that is a little a little off-putting.
Yeah, I would feel very uncomfortable.
Pat's tricks.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. So I'm still single. Am I
You're still
ever like
single.
but I'm clubbing all the time? Am I
Yeah,
meeting
and
women or am I just not
yeah, and you're a really good dancer now.
really?
And
That's
you're all cut up too. It's just,
really.
oh, those fucking abs you got. I mean, but still somehow you can't seal the deal. It's almost like you're, remember Morrissey used to say he was celibate? It's
Sure.
almost like this like long, strange period that you talk about in public because you're like this public figure. So
So I talk about how I can't get laid.
yeah, openly on the popular podcast. Yeah.
How
The
long
gold
does this last for? I just feel like at some point, one of my, if I'm this, if I get like hundreds of millions of dollars for doing this podcast, if it's that popular, I feel like somebody would be interested. No?
I don't know. It's just something you haven't been able to figure out. Just a nut that you can't crack lately. I don't know. Yeah. So
Oh, that
anyway,
sucks.
one night you're out at Barbarella's, but now it's called Ben Cholak's Barbarella's because Ben bought it. Um, if you do something on the dance floor that Ben really likes, and you look up because he's
Yeah.
always operating the house lights from above, and you see a cigarette pulse 3 times, then you get a
Yeah.
free drink. Yeah.
Holy shit. How did
Yeah.
Ben buy Barbarella's?
Um, I guess he worked 7 days a week for like a bunch of years in a row and saved up a lot of money after he became
Wow.
an electrician, and it was always something he wanted.
Way to go, Ben. He
Yeah,
always wanted to own
to own
Barbarella's.
Barbarella's. Yeah, yeah, and put his name in front of it. Yeah, Ben Sherlock's Barbarella's. I'm not sure exactly
Ben
why.
Sherlock's Barbarella's. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. The drink is called Death from Above, but it's just a Moscow Mule. It's nothing special.
At the Valve, my I guess my former place of employment, I have a drink there that I call the Cool Dude, which is just it's just ginger beer and Jack Daniels. That's all a Cool Dude is.
I mean, it sounds pretty good, I guess.
Death from above.
Death from Above. And so
He's
you get
just
there.
smoking a cigarette indoors.
Well, it's allowed there, I think.
Okay.
It
Way to
probably
go,
isn't.
Ben. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Ben owns Barbarella's. I have this weird porn empire almost. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you're both very successful now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I died. That's how you got all those feminist books.
Oh
So,
shit! What
yeah.
happened?
Um, I was killed by uh I was killed by a polar bear. It was always my dream to see the Arctic and
Oh no.
got a little too close, I guess.
Oh, Jimmy, why'd you do it?
Ah, yeah, but anyway,
That
I'm glad.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, at least I got
So
these cool feminist books out of it. That's cool, I guess.
so you get to Barbarella's and and the night's going great so far. You go with a bunch of your, cool porn star friends and you guys are just cutting it up on the dance floor. And then you go to the bar to get um a soda water with lime and there's a woman standing there and she's got long strawberry blonde hair. And what and whatever else you like, I don't know. Whatever
Strawberry,
else.
yes, yeah, yeah. Strawberry blonde is pretty cool.
And she's wearing a shirt that says I fat red.
Holy
And
shit.
you guys lock eyes. And then she bites her lower lip. And you guys
Oh
just start
man,
talking. And you just start talking and it's like I mean you just really hit it off.
we
She's really
connect.
into Beta Ray Bill. Um
Really?
Yeah, but she was a huge fan of this podcast, and now she really likes your new work. So, but
Oh wow.
not in a superficial way. She actually sees you as like this kind of like public intellectual, and she's like a little
Oh,
starstruck, but she's doing a really good job.
that's amazing. What's their name?
Her name is uh Denise Richards, no
Okay.
relation, and
Denise Richards.
yeah, and
Wow.
then she leaves for a second, but she tells you like, "Oh, you should come dance, like whatever. I saw you dancing earlier." And you're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'll be right there." And then you're talking about it with all
Oh yeah,
your
yeah.
your porn star friends. And then all of a sudden, you feel this like really heavy weight on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And you look, and it's the biggest hand you've ever seen. But as soon as you look, it's almost like it shrinks to normal size.
Oh my gosh.
And you turn around and you see a man.
Yeah?
Dark stonewashed jeans,
Holy shit.
black leather jacket,
Yeah.
maroon shirt, and he says, "Hey, my name is Mickey, Mickey Less." And he holds his hand out. Do you shake it?
Yeah, I shake his hand.
And when you shake it, you feel completely calm. All that talk, Moises doing the opposite of gassing you up before you got there, and then meeting this beautiful woman who's maybe the love of your life, you just feel so calm. And he says,
Wow.
I saw that you met Denise. She's a really good friend of mine. And she told me that you guys really hit it off.
Yeah, she seems cool. She seems really cool actually.
Yeah, he says he thinks he can help you out. Like
What do you
so
mean?
he's like, yeah, like I think she really likes you. Just like, follow my lead a little bit later.
Okay.
And then later there's like a dance contest and you see Mickey like gesturing like for you to come because they need
Oh,
more
okay.
people.
Hit the
Yeah.
dance floor.
Yeah, and you're down to go. So you give him the thumbs up, but you just give him like the 1 second because you all of a sudden you have to pee really badly. Like, whoa,
Okay.
geez Louise. So you go to the bathroom at Barbarella's, which I don't know when the last time you've been there, but it is not the nicest. There's like a
No.
trough. Yeah, kind of like a
Yeah.
trough. And then there's like one urinal. And then there's stalls with no doors, and you see a guy doing a screaming eagle in one,
Oh
and you're like,
shit. Are you serious?
yeah, and you're like, I guess I'm gonna go to that urinal. So you go to the urinal and you take a hot piss, and but while you're doing it, you hear a voice go, "Hello, hello, down
What
here."
the hell?
It's me down here. Down here. Do you look
I look
down?
down. Yeah. The hell's going on?
It's the urinal cake, and it all of a sudden it has a face and and a full set of hair. It's a very dashing man. And it's almost for
What?
some reason it seems like he's in black and white, but the urinal cake is blue. It's very strange. And he says to you, "Hello, I am Yuri. Yuri the urinal cake. I was assassinated by the KGB and the Lanalax Corporation. And my
Jesus
soul
Christ.
was forever bound to urinal cakes in your wretched homeland by a man with official NFL Ravens gear.
Jimmy, this fucking sucks. Holy
My-
shit. Yuri the urinal cake.
I can help you win the contest and the love of your future wife, but I need you to write a letter to my granddaughter, Olga Semyovna Safina. Only she can break the curse. Will you help me?
What were you assassinated for?
My full name is Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin. I was the first human to fly into outer space, which
Jeez.
ruined the plans of the Lanalax Corporation.
Wow.
I had to learn English from total immersion, both linguistically and also in the urine of the American Empire.
Holy shit, dude.
Please,
Uh,
Patrick, help me.
how did you, how did your so, okay, I guess I just, how,
The Wizard of Baltimore bound his soul to the urinal cakes. It was kind
yeah,
of like a deal, like a Faustian thing. Like
okay.
as he was dying, he made a deal with him.
A Faustian thing. Um, well, how would you help me? I don't understand. Because I'm already killing it, I feel like I don't really need, I got Mickey Less on my side. He's helping me out. Like why?
Please, Patrick, I can tell from your urine you are pure of heart.
Absolutely not, Yuri. I feel like this is, first of all, I feel like this probably isn't really happening. I feel like this is me having a hallucination or something. When I'm talking to Yuri the urinal cake, the first man in outer space. Um, nah,
Yes,
fuck it. Yeah, I'd do it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
you're gonna help your.
Yeah, I feel like as I was saying that out loud, I feel like I would have to do this. I would have to.
He's the first
Yeah,
man in our. He's
it's
a real
just too
guy,
strange. Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
he's
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
all he needs you to do is he tells you really quickly how to go to the office at Ben Sherlock's Barbarella's, and you have to get just a piece of stationery of BCB, and you have to send it to an address in Moscow with the correct postage. And
Sure.
that's it. It's just a quick letter. So you go to the office.
Yeah.
It's no problem. You've been in there with Ben before, you
Yeah,
know.
I feel like it wouldn't be weird if I was caught doing this.
Yeah, and Yuri
I'd
knows
just be
where the
like, yeah,
key
I'm just
is.
grabbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows
He's
where
been
the
there for
key
a
is.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. So you go and you fill it out. And then as you're coming back, you've got the envelope in the pocket of that beautiful satin shirt you're wearing.
Wait, does he have me write it? I forgot I was wearing that satin shirt. Do I have to write a letter for him? Like, do I write it in English or Russian or
Yeah,
what?
it's in Russian.
So he just dictates it to me and I,
Yeah, you can hear his voice. It's almost like these images in your head, even though you've left him behind in the bathroom. Yeah, so you see the letter in front of you,
oh,
and then
okay.
it just like, pours out of the pen, like
Wow.
in beautiful Cyrillic.
Beautiful Cyrillic, huh? That's crazy. All right. Well, what happens now? What do I do now?
So now you have to send it. But you think to yourself, the post office isn't open. It's like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then Denise Richards like grabs you and she's like super close to you. And she says, Mickey said that you wanted to enter the dance contest with me. And you see Mickey behind and he goes, like
He
he's like
gives a
far
thumbs
away.
up.
Gives you a thumbs up. So what do you say?
I go, yeah, I would love to.
And then you guys just start dancing, just cutting it up. And uh
Dance the night away.
and
Wait, give me another one.
then and then a man comes up to you and grabs you. And then Denise looks really shocked. And then he says, "Where's Yuri? We know you know where Yuri is."
What the fuck? I turn around to see who it is.
I wouldn't be exaggerating if I said that this suit that this man is wearing, it's the sharpest suit you've ever seen. Sharper than any Italian suit you could even imagine.
Oh shit.
And he's got beautiful, beautiful rows of teeth, pointy, like a shark.
Is
And
he
he says,
beautiful?
yes.
Beautiful teeth.
And he says, my name is Ice Sponge Jones.
Oh shit.
I'm the head of communications for the Lanalax Corporation. Tell us where Yuri is. We know about the letter.
I just point directly. I give him up immediately. I'm not put. This is so. Everything about this, I was kind of annoyed about it to begin with, and now this is happening. I mean, I don't owe Yuri anything,
So Ice Sponge Jones
or his
goes,
bitch granddaughter.
you mean Olga Semyovna? The
Yeah,
Safina?
one and the same. I
So
don't give a
Ice
shit
Sponge
about you,
Jones
Olga.
like hurries off, and then you turn to dance, and you both smile at each other, and then the letter in your satin shirt pocket just explodes, and it was right next to your heart,
Oh
so you
shit!
fucking die.
What the?
Yeah, and
I for- I forgot I had the letter. I should have just given it to him. God damn it! All right.
yeah, and there's a beautiful funeral service. Um, there's so many beautiful sex workers there that you meant so much to them. Kevin plays a really beautiful rendition of Stand By Me that
Oh
just brings the
jeez.
crowd to tears. And Aaron ends up with Denise Richards. He gives a really moving obituary, and she's wearing the like one of the little like a pin that says
Uh-huh.
"I fart red," and she can't believe she's meeting him, and they fall in love. And
Aaron,
Moesis becomes the door guy at Barbarella because he was out of a job because you're dead because you died. You were killed by Yuri Gagarin.
I cannot tell you how weirded out my family would be if at my funeral there was just all of these like obvious like porn stars or whatever there.
Yeah. Yeah, and you died. I mean, nobody knew about Yuri or the letter. I mean, and you just exploded on the dance
So
floor. It was never
like
explained. Your
yeah,
mother is very upset.
I bet she would be. Yeah, I bet she would be. Sorry,
Yeah, no
Mads.
one. Yeah, they could never. It was never solved.
Well, that fucking sucks. Real bad. I wonder what I wonder what was in the letter. Like I wonder what I even wrote.
Oh, I don't know. It was in Cyrillic. I can't read it.
Sucks. That fucking sucks.